November the 13th, 1968, Fairground Stadium. The 23rd edition of the Flaget St. X series promised to be a close one. Comparing scores, both teams defeated Shawnee by 1 point, both defeated DeSales by 7. Flaget lost to Mail by 20, St. X by 19. St. X defeated Central by 28, Flaget by 20. St. X began the season hot, winning its first 5 games, culminating in a win over eventual AAA state champion Trinity. Then the Tigers lost 2 of its next 3, the last being a 7-0 upset loss to Bishop David. Flaget was just the opposite, starting poorly, then coming on strong to finish the season. After 5 games, the Braves were 1-3-1. At that point, Flaget switched quarterbacks from senior Frank Brom to his brother Dennis, a junior, and redesigned the offense to accommodate Dennis's running abilities. The result was a 4-1 record for the second half of the season. St. X entered the game ranked 8th in the Lickin' House, 4.3 points ahead of 19th ranked Flaget. The odds makers rated St. X as a 6-point favorite. St. X, having played only 8 games to this point, came into the Flaget game off a 2-week layoff, but nonetheless was at less than full strength due to injuries. Flaget claimed to be healthy. For Flaget, there was the extra incentive of avenging a 19-7 loss the previous season to the Tigers, which was the only defeat for the state champion Braves. This game, however, was for pride, as neither team had a shot at the championship. Trinity had clinched its first city championship earlier that month. St. X in the dark uniforms will kick off. Kick is taken at the 17 and returned to the Flaget 28, tackled by Mike Zoller. First and 10, the Flaget 28. William Ransdell for 2 yards, tackled by Rex Chardine. Second and 8 at the 30. Dennis Brom's pass is incomplete. Third and 8 at the 30. Dennis Brom keeps for 3 yards. It's 4th and 5 at the 33. Punt is taken by Jack Beener at the St. X 32 and returns 7 yards to the 40. First and 10 at the St. X 40. Don Looney loses 2 yards, tackled by Kenny King. Second and 12 at the 37. Jim Schmidt for 8 yards, tackled by Douglas Jewell. Third and 4 at the 45. Ed Helline keeps for 11 yards, tackled by Douglas Jewell. First and 10 at the Flaget 46. Ed Helline's pass is intercepted by Kent Henry at the Flaget 36. He returns 5 yards to the Flaget 41. First and 10 at the 41. William Ransdell for 1 yard, tackled by Mike Devine. Second and 9 at the 42. Walter Howard for 4 yards, tackled by Bert Ernie. Third and 5 at the 47. Dennis Brom for 2 yards, tackled by B.J. Malloy. Fourth and 1 at the St. X 49. Dennis Brom keeps for 1 yard, tackled by Carl Gammons. First and 10 at the 48. William Ransdell for no gain, tackled by Bert Ernie. Penalty on Flaget is declined. Second and 10 at the 48. Dennis Brahms pass for 13 yards to Kenny King, tackled by Dane Glass. First and 10 at the 35. Walter Howard for 4 yards, tackled by Carl Gammons and Dennis Fissman. Second and 6 at the 31. William Ransdell for no gain, tackled by Carl Gammons and Greg Gleese. Third and 6 at the 31. Dennis Brahms pass for 10 yards to Charles Turner, tackled by Dane Glass and Bert Ernie. First and 10 at the 21. William Ransdell for 9 yards, tackled by Jack Feener. Second and 1 at the 12. Kent Henry for 5 yards, tackled by Greg Gleese and Jack Feener. First and goal at the 7. Kent Henry for 2 yards, tackled by Carl Gammons and Jack Feener. Second and goal at the 5. William Ransdell for 3 yards, tackled by Dane Glass. Third and goal at the 2. Kent Henry for 2 yards and a touchdown. The drive covers 59 yards and 14 plays. The score, Flaget 6, St. X 0. Kent Henry's kick is good. The score is now Flaget 7, St. X 0. 3:02 remain in the first quarter. Kickoff is taken by Jim Schmidt at the St. X 31 and returned 4 yards to the 35, tackled by Ken Welsh. First and 10 at the St. X 35. Jim Schmidt for 14 yards, tackled by Robert Stamp, Michael Culp, and Jim Nolte. First and 10 at the St. X 49. Bobby Gruner loses 4 yards, tackled by Robert Wimber. Penalty on St. X is declined by Flaget. Second and 14 at the St. X 45. Bobby Gruner for 2 yards, tackled by Robert Stamp. Third and 12 with 47. Jim Schmidt for 12 yards, tackled by Robert Wimberg, Kent Henry, and Douglas Jewell. First and 10 at the Flaget 41. Ed Helline's pass for 12 yards to Tom Bishop. First and 10 at the 29. Ed Helline for 9 yards, tackled by Douglas Jewell and John Nolte. Second and 1 at the 20. Ed Helline for 10 yards, tackled by Frank Brom. First and 10 at the 10. Bobby Gruner for 10 yards and the touchdown. Drive covers 65 yards on 8 plays. The score, Flaget 7, St. X 6. The kick attempted by Ron Steele on John Lewis's hold is good. Score, Flaget 7, St. X 7. And that is the end of the first quarter. Kickoff is taken for Flaget 4 and returned 20 yards. Tackled by Steve Haig, John Lewis, and Bobby Gruner. First and 10 at the Flaget 24. Dennis Brom keeps for no gain. Tackled by Bob Riley. 2nd and 10 at the 24. William Ransdell goes for 76 yards in the touchdown. Drive covers 76 yards on 2 plays. Score, Flaget 13, St. X 7. Ken Henry will kick. Frank Brom holds. Kick is no good, off to the left. Score remains Flaget 13, St. X 7. 10:51 left in the first half. Ken Henry kicks off, taken by Jim Schmidt at the St. X 21. He returns 18 yards to the St. X 39, tackled by Robert Stamp. 1st and 10 at the St. X 39. Bobby Gruner for no gain, tackled by Jim Nolte, Kent Henry, and Michael Gregory. Penalty on Flaget. 1st and 5 at the 44. Ed Helline for 3 yards, tackled by Kent Henry and John Nolte. 2nd and 2 at the 47. Jim Schmidt for no gain, tackled by Michael Clark and John Nolte. 3rd and 2 at the 47. Bobby Gruner loses 3 yards, tackled by Robert Stamp and Kent Henry. Penalty on St. X is declined. 4th and 5 at the 44. Dane Glass punts for 38 yards, taken by Douglas Jewell. 1st and 10 at the Flaget 18. William Ransdell loses 2 yards, tackled by Jerry Rocky. 2nd and 12 at the 16. William Ransdell for 1 yard, tackled by Jerry Rocky. 3rd and 11 at the 17. William Ransdell, tackled by Greg Lease, John Reinstedler, and Carl Gammons. It's a penalty on Flaget. 3rd and 19 at the 9. Dennis Brom passes 11 yards to William Ransdell, tackled by Bert Ernie. 4th and 8 at the 20. Punt is taken by Jack Beener. Fumbles at the Flaget 39. John Nolte recovers for Flaget. 1st and 10 at the Flaget 39. Dennis Brom for 19 yards, tackled by Dan Borders. First and 10 at the St. X 42. Dennis Brom's pass to William Ransdell was incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the 42. Dennis Brom's pass to Michael Clark is incomplete. 3rd and 10 at the 42. Dennis Brom passes 16 yards to John Reed, tackled by Dane Glass. 1st and 10 at the 26. Dennis Brom's pass is intercepted by Jack Beener at the St. X 15. There's a penalty on Flaget. St. X declines. 1st and 10 at the St. X 15. Jim Schmidt loses 2 yards, tackled by John Nolte and Michael Clark. Penalty on St. X. Flaget declines. 2nd and 12 at the 13. Ed Helline's pass is broken up by Robert Wimberg. 3rd and 12 at the 13. Ed Helline's pass to Tom Bishop is incomplete. Fourth and 12 at the 13. Dane Glass's punt is blocked by Frank Brom, recovered for a touchdown by Vincent Welsh. Penalty on St. X is declined. The score, Flaget 19, St. X 7. Kent Henry kicks, Frank Brom holds. The kick is good. Score, Flaget 20, St. X 7. 4:27 remain in the half. There are plays missing from the film. As play resumes, St. X has possession to Flaget 42, down unknown. Ed Helline passes 13 yards to Tom Bishop, tackled by Gary Rogers. First and 10 at the Flaget 29. Ed Helline is tackled by John Nolte for a loss of 13 yards. Second and 23 at the 42. Ed Helline is tackled by Michael Clark for a loss of 13 yards. Third and 36 at the St. X 45. Ed Helline passes 32 yards to Steve Isrig, tackled by Frank Brom. Fourth and 4 at Flaget 23. Ed Helline passes for 16 yards to Tom Bishop, tackled by Robert Wimberg. First and goal at the 7. Ed Helline keeps for 7 yards in the touchdown. The score, Flaget 20, St. X 13. Ron Steele will kick, John Lewis holds. The kick is good. Score, Flaget 20, St. X 14. 1:20 remain in the half. Kick is taken by Gary Rogers at the Flaget 8. He returns 22 yards to the 30. Tackled by Carl Gammons, Steve Haig, and Mike Zoller. First and 10 at the Flaget 30. William Ransdell for 1 yard. Tackled by Rex Jardine. Second and 9 at the 31. Dennis Brom keeps for 1 yard, tackled by Dennis Becker and Rex Jardine. Third and 8 and 32. William Ransdell loses 6 yards, tackled by Dennis Becker and Greg Gleese. Fourth and 14 at the 26. Punt covers 30 yards to Jack Beener, taken at the St. X 44. He returns 29 yards to Flaget 27, tackled by William Gelda and Michael Clark. And that's the end of the first half. Grunner at the St. X 7. Turns 30 yards to the 37, tackled by Gary Rogers and Charles Turner. 1st and 10 at the St. X 37. Jim Schmidt for 4 yards, tackled by Kent Henry. 2nd and 6 at the 41. Bob Helline for 4 yards, tackled by Robert Stamp. 3rd and 2 at the 45. Bobby Grunner loses 5 yards, tackled by Kent Henry. 4th and 7 at the 40. Dane Glass punts for 36 yards to Douglas Jewell. Takes the ball at the Flaget 24, returns 1 yard to the 25. 1st and 10 at the Flaget 25. Dennis Brom loses 7 yards, tackled by Ron Steele. Second and 17 at the Flaget 17. William Ransdell for no gain, tackle Rex Chardine and Jerry Rocky. 3rd and 17. Dennis Brom's pass, intercepted by Jack Beener, returned to the Flaget 2, tackled by Carl Schmidt. First and goal at the Flaget 2. Ed Helline for no gain, tackled by Tim Mager. 2nd and goal at the 2. Ed Helline keeps for 1 yard, tackled by Kent Henry and Ken Walsh. 3rd and goal at the 1. Ed Helline for no gain, tackled by Ken Henry and Tim Maher. 4th and goal at the 1. Ed Helline for 1 yard and a touchdown. Drive covers 2 yards on 4 plays. Score, St. X 20, Flaget 20. Ron Steele will kick. John Lewis holds. The kick is good. Score, St. X 21, Flaget 20. 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff goes out of bounds. Flaget takes over at its own 40. 1st and 10 from the Flaget 40. William Ransdell loses 6 yards. Tackled by Ron Steele, Dane Glass, and Rex Chardine. 2nd and 16 at the 34. Dennis Brom's pass to William Ransdell is incomplete. 3rd and 16 at the 34. John Reed for 5 yards, tackled by Carl Gammons, Mike Glazer, and Greg Gleese. 4th and 11 at the 39. The punt covers 48 yards and goes out of bounds at the St. X 17. First and 10 at the St. X 17. Jim Schmidt for 7 yards, tackled by Robert Wimberg. 2nd and 3 at the 24. Bobby Grunner for no gain, tackled by Robert Stamp, David Eigelbach, and Ken Henry. 3rd and 3 at the 24. Bobby Grunner for no gain, tackled by John Nolte. 4th and 3 at the 24. St. X is penalized 5 yards for offside. 4th and 8 at the 19. Dane Glass's punt covers 27 yards and goes out of bounds at the St. X 46. First and 10 Flaget at the St. X 46. Dennis Brom keeps for 7 yards. Tackle by Ron Steele and Jack Beener. There's a penalty on Flaget. First and 15 from the Flaget 49. Dennis Brom passes 19 yards to Walter Howard. Tackle by Dane Glass and Carl Gammons. First and 10 at the St. X 32. John Reed for 6 yards. Tackled by Jack Beener and John Reinstedler. Second and 4 at the 26. John Reed loses 6 yards, tackled by B.J. Malloy, Ron Steele, and Joe Williams. Flaget offside, St. X declines the penalty. Third and 10 at the 32. Dennis Brom keeps for 2 yards, tackled by Ron Steele. Fourth and 8 at the 30. Dennis Brom passes 13 yards to Ken Welsh, tackled by Steve Issing. First and 10 at the 17. William Ransdell loses 1 yard, tackled by Carl Gammons. Second and 11 at the 18. The third quarter ends before the snap. The score after 3 quarters, St. X 21, Flaget 20. Second and 11 at the St. X 18. Dennis Brom passes 18 yards to Ken Welsh for the touchdown. The drive covers 46 yards in 7 plays. The score, Flaget 26, St. X 21. Kent Henry's kick is good. The score, Flaget 27, St. X 21. 11:49 remain in the game. The kickoff is taken at the St. X 16 and returned 21 yards to the 37. First and 10 at the St. X 37. Ed Helline passes 15 yards to Tom Bishop, tackled by John Nolte and Robert Wimberg. First and 10 at the Flaget 49. Bobby Grunner for 4 yards, tackled by John Nolte. Second and 6 at the 45. Ed Helline loses 3 yards, tackled by Michael Gregory. Third and 9 at the 48. Helline's pass is intercepted by Douglas Jewell at the Flaget 41. He returns 3 yards. The penalty on Flaget. First and 10 at the Flaget 29. William Ransdell for 1 yard, tackled by Greg Gleese. Second and 9 at the 30. William Ransdell loses 2 yards, tackled by Jerry Rocky and Greg Gleese. Third and 11 at the 28. Kent Henry loses 8 yards, tackled by Ron Steele. 4th and 19 at the 20. Flaget punt covers 26 yards, taken by Jack Beener at the Flaget 46. He returns 3 yards to the Flaget 43, tackled by Kent Henry and Robert Winberg. There are plays missing from the film. As play resumes, St. X has the ball at the Flaget 27, down unknown. Ed Helline for 2 yards, tackled by Robert Stamp, Kent Henry, and Charles Turner. 1st and 10 at the Flaget 25. Ed Helline loses 10 yards, tackled by Vincent Welsh, David Eichelbach, Robert Stamp, and Tim Maher. 2nd and 20 at the 35. Ed Helline's pass is hurried by David Eichelbach and is incomplete. 3rd and 20 at the 35. Ed Helline's pass to Tom Bishop is incomplete. Coverage by Douglas Jewell. 4th and 20 at the 35. Ed Helline's pass is intercepted by Charles Turner, tackled by Tom Bishop. First and 10 at the Flaget 20. William Ransdell, tackled by B.J. Malloy, penalty on St. X. First and 10 from the 33. William Ransdell loses 1 yard, tackled by Jerry Rocky and Ron Steele. 2nd and 11 at the 32. John Reed for 11 yards, tackled by Dane Glass and Jack Beener. 1st and 10 at the 43. John Reed for no gain, tackled by Nick Oakes and Carl Gammons. 2nd and 10 at the 43. Frank Brom keeps for 6 yards, tackled by Jerry Rocky and Jack Beener. Third and 4 at the 49. Frank Brom loses 4 yards, tackled by Rex Chardine. 4th and 8 from the 45. Flaget punt covers 30 yards, taken by Jack Beener at the St. X 25. He returns 10 yards to the St. X 35, tackled by Robert Winberg and William Ransdell. 1st and 10 from the St. X 35. Ed Helline's pass is intercepted by Frank Brom at the Flaget 43. He returns 43 yards to the St. X 14. Tackled by Ed Helline. First and 10 from the St. X 14. Walter Howard loses 2 yards, tackled by Rex Chardine and Jerry Rocky. 2nd and 12 from the 16. Dennis Brom keeps for 6 yards, tackled by Mike Zoller. Third and 6 from the 10. Dennis Brom's pass is intercepted at the goal line by Jack Beener. He returns 5 yards, tackled by Tim Maher. First and 10 from the St. X 5. Ed Helline's pass to Tom Bishop is incomplete. Second and 10 at the 5. Ed Helline's pass is incomplete. 3rd and 10 from the 5. Ed Helline keeps for 3 yards. Tackled by Michael Gregory and Robert Stamp. 4th and 7 from the 8. Ed Helline passes for 3 yards to Jim Schmidt, tackled by Michael Clark. Flaget takes over on downs. 1st and 10 at the St. X 11. Frank Brom is tackled by Gary Gleese. Time runs out. The final score, Flaget 27, St. X 21.